Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel everybody, and welcome back to yet another GR Corolla video. If you guys watched the end of the last video, we got the GR Corolla running finally with the new motor setup, the Money Shift GR Corolla with the new built motor, bigger turbo, the whole shebang. Today, we finally got it on the dyno, we're getting it tuned, we're bringing it back. You guys gotta stay tuned because at the end of today's video, we are bringing back the donuts, we're bringing back the drifting. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's get into tuning this thing and let's get into shooting some flames, making some power, and let's get right into the video. So to start it off, there have been a whole bunch of changes, a whole bunch of updates, a whole bunch of things that we have done. We have been absolutely busting ass trying to get this car done because we're trying to hit timelines. We got suspension parts, we got races to go to, we got all this fun stuff that is planned for the next couple of months, and we needed to get the Corolla done. So we've been busy working away, and there have been so many speed bumps, brake fittings, brake lines, stuff not fitting correctly, but we're finally here. The car is on the dyno, and you guys might realize now that it looks a little bit different. And we're not gonna talk about the wrap and the design right now. This is your sneak peek because next video we will go in depth, we will do the whole thing will be complete and we'll have the reveal. Dave over here, he's been working away on the computer and on the tuning and we have some numbers to go over. The peak horsepower number is lower than what I was expecting, but everything else, turbo spool, the torque, far exceeded my expectations. So I am beyond impressed with this turbo, with this setup, and it seems like the G30 770 might be the turbo to go with if you have a built motor.
The G30 770 with the 6.1 rear housing is magic on this car. I've spent a lot of time kind of dancing around spool up maps and ignition timing and just trying to balance everything and make it nice and safe and healthy. And just looking at the screen here, the blue line versus the green line, our all-wheel drive numbers versus our old front-wheel drive numbers. Yes, we gained 40 wheel horsepower with a bit more boost, whatever, but 70 wheel torque peak, and there's a spot in here, I think we gained 90 or 100 wheel torque. It was at like 5,000 RPM. You're gonna feel that.
Although the intake side of the new turbo is much bigger, the exhaust side is a very similar size and it just spools so much more efficiently.
And it's almost like the old turbo was just constantly ramping up to its end goal and it never really reached it. And I mean, we were pretty much at 80, 90% duty cycle and everybody's like, run a 4-port. Well, we got something better. We got 2 3-ports, one for the bottom port, one for the top port of the gate. So we actually have better control with the phase and the anti-phase. We finally have a setup that is able to display how much better this control is because it comes up at 5,000 and it's just a flat line all the way across. I do see that our fuel is a little bit less ethanol content. It's between 65, 67%. I wish we could have had more.
The next upgrade to really take this car to the next level would be cylinder head porting. Now, cylinder head porting on this platform, I've been told is not the easiest.
Supposedly. I don't know a ton about it. I just know that it has those crazy valve seats for the intake and the exhaust that have like molded in, I don't know, port arrow or something. You're gonna start to compare this with stuff because I just said 44 pounds and we made this number. Now, if you ran 44 pounds on a 1.6 liter Honda, you're gonna make like 800 wheel horse, something crazy. Well, why is there such a difference? Boost is the resistance to flow. You build up pressure when you can't flow through the engine, right? So we're running all this boost because we don't have enough flow to back it up. We start again with a ported head and we have more flow, it's gonna take less boost to hit this number.
It's time to go have some fun. Of course, with the sequential and everything, this car makes some absolutely insane noises. So sit back, enjoy. Let's get into making some flames. Alrighty, so we're all good to go. Fans are on, cars strapped down. We're gonna do probably 2 or 3 just regular normal pulls. What's boost level? And then I think we're doing 4th gear, right?
4th gear, 42 pounds.
Perfect. Probably 42 pounds, it'll make like, you know, 470, 480. By far one of the loudest cars I've ever heard or had, for sure. It is really, really loud. That run made 487 and 425 for torque. 487 horsepower out of a 3-cylinder, 1.6 liter, 3-cylinder Corolla. We got a special exhaust custom made from MBRP coming in the next video, and it's gonna get even louder than this, which I'm not even sure how it can get louder, but makes your eardrums ring a little bit. Yeah. You can feel it in there for sure.
Gradual, like, ears is, yeah, that's awesome.
Rolling anti-lag, I assume he's gonna do like rolling in second gear and then shift to third and then fourth probably. Just an assumption, but. That was probably the most violent thing.
Wow.
That was like...
That was awesome.
That was absolutely insane. I'm speechless. Honestly, I'm speechless. I didn't know he was gonna go that hard, first of all, but we actually turned the shift cut down a little bit from the last time because we were like, maybe we don't need it that crazy. I'm not sure you'd call that turning it down, but that was absolutely insane. My ears need a break. We couldn't test the car yesterday because we had to get some seats installed just because on the dyno we were a little bit rushed. We installed the stock seat just so Dave could drive it on the dyno, and then we wanted to install some seats and some belts and stuff so that once we start giving people ride-alongs and stuff, everybody's safe, everybody's secure. And it's much easier for me to drive a car with a bucket seat and drift around and slide around and stuff. We installed 2 bucket seats in the car. On my side, we have a Sparco circuit seat, and then on the other side, we have a custom status racing seat that I had bought probably 3 or 4 years ago for another project. We were testing the car a little bit. We were making sure everything was working well. I was trying to do some donuts. I actually forgot to plug in the stock all-wheel drive controller, so I had to come back in, get that, plug it back in, make sure I was in the 30-70 mode so that we could get as much power to the rear wheels as possible. And then I started having an issue where every time I would shift, it seemed like it started off as like first to second gear, flat foot shifting, where like, I don't have to push the clutch in, and I just pull back on the sequential. It seemed like the clutch was having an issue, and I don't really know, and it started progressively getting worse. So me and Billy are going to bleed the clutch, or try and bleed the clutch, just to try and get any air bubbles out. We might have an issue with the master cylinder, or the slave cylinder for the clutch. So hopefully, cross your fingers, we don't, because that would really suck. But we're gonna bleed the clutch. We need to get this thing fixed, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. Before we go out and test it, we have to show them the launch control. Okay. So here, you can take them. Maybe plug your ears a little bit. So good. All right. Now we can go test it. All right. insanity in here. Let's give it one more try, see if she does it. First gear. Oh my God! All right, let's give her a little bit of drifting try. Wow. A little bit of a understeer. All right. Yeah, see the clutch is having that issue again. Bill! The clutch is compressed down there, and like it's got a little play in it. Like it feels like what the clutch would feel like, but like I have to push it out and then pump it up, and then it's fine. Every time it happens, it's like the tack stops working as well. Is there something in the clutch that's controlled electronically?
No.
Right. So then it's like, what? Are they even related? Probably not.
It just did it again?
Yeah, it broke up right there on first gear, first to second gear, which is when it normally happens. Super annoying. If you want to just go stand right there, I'll try and do one more. Build the fastest GR Corolla in the world. That's what they said. You know what I mean? That's what they said. Sadly, we have to pull the motor. That's the only thing really left that we haven't tried. At least we didn't blow the motor this time, right? Car's been running for a couple days, just like last time, but this time it's just a problem with the clutch. You know, you can always say, what if? I wish we would have fixed it when we had the chance, or I wish we would have replaced it when we had the chance, but we never had an issue with it before. That is gonna be the end of the video. I appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate you guys subscribing. We appreciate you liking the videos. We appreciate it. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, we post a lot more daily content, daily updates, some teasers about the wrap and the livery and the wheels and all that sort of stuff. So if you're not following us, go follow us there. But with that, we're gonna get to work. This video is over. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace.